What up, besties? Welcome to The Real Her, the unfiltered podcast for ambitious, funny women who want it all. Real relationships, real success, and a real life they actually love. I'm your host, Christina Fusco, real estate investor, entrepreneur, and your new hype woman in life, love, and business. Each week, we're flipping the script on traditional business podcasts and focusing on the women behind the business. We're here to laugh, we're here to cry, and most importantly, we're here to dominate together. So go ahead, pour that favorite beverage, let your hair down, and let's get ready to unlock the real her. Dallas Green.
So back.
We are so back. Welcome back to the studio, girlfriend.
Thank you so much. It's been so long.
Thank you for setting up the studio today.
You're so welcome.
I literally love that, like, you're my best friend. You're like my producer. I hate all the audio tech stuff. So you really just...
I'm happy to help. It's really so much information. It's crazy.
Like today, like literally, guys, like as I was like hitting the camera, she's like, what do you do for focus? And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I just press the
How do you pronounce
the button and record. Crazy. There's so much to learn. And I also was sending you these like 4K files, which were way too big. I don't know, man. We're trying our best here. This is an audio first medium. So the video is bonus. You're welcome.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Well, Dallas Green, welcome back to the Real Her podcast. And welcome back to a Bestie Hotline episode. People are going to realize really quick that I don't have many friends because they're going to be like, wasn't this girl on like 3 episodes ago?
She's back. This just means I'm an ultra bestie, I think.
You are an ultra bestie. And I'm so happy to have you here. And we're celebrating 6 months.
That's incredible.
6 months of the Real Her podcast. Like, this is crazy.
I'm just proud of everybody out there who's been here for the whole journey because...
Same.
You know, you're the real ones. You're the real ones. You're the real hers.
Or the real hims, because I know we got a weirdly strange spike of men in the population.
Got a big male demographic out there.
Shout out to our healthy men who are joining us for the show.
Go off, kings.
But we're happy to have you back. And for real, next time we have to have your official episode because we haven't even done that yet.
I know. It's so funny that this is the second Bestie Hotline and we haven't really gone into like my story or whatever. But I also feel like just in comparison to every other, not that I'm comparing myself.
I don't even want to hear this.
I'm not even, that's not the direction I'm going in, I promise.
Okay.
But I'm just saying like everybody else that's been on the show has had these like really incredible things to offer and like.
And so don't you?
I mean, I guess I do. I don't know. It's just funny because, you know,
well,
it's really hard to like think about what do I have to say?
We don't give ourselves enough credit.
I'm just a jack of all trades though. That's the thing. Everybody's like a master of one trade.
No.
And I'm just over here like, I've done this, I've done that. And I've got some stuff to say about
it. And you're amazing. So thank you for being here. You're the reason this show exists because if you hadn't taken over with helping me edit this podcast, we would not be here today. Like,
that's not true.
When I when I edited an entire episode on a plane ride home, got home at midnight, whole episode was fucked up, had to completely redo it at like 2 a.m., like, we just wouldn't be here. So I want to say a huge thank you to you for all of your hard work. This is the woman behind the scenes doing everything for me, making sure I look good, sound good.
Easy job.
And that it gets out every Tuesday because Lord knows. I almost bailed on you bitches tonight. Okay. I had 1 glass of wine and a little bit of sushi and I was like, I want to go to bed.
Like, we don't really need to do this.
I was like, we like, can totally like, she's like, do you want to do it tomorrow? And I was like, yes. But this is part of building your business, staying committed, going through the journey. Like, doesn't matter if you're sad, doesn't matter if you're happy, doesn't matter if you had too much wine. If you made a commitment, you follow through.
Absolutely.
So this is us following through.
And we got some fun stuff to talk about tonight, I feel like, too.
I feel like we do. We got some, I didn't even read them, but you know, I always like just wanted to make sure we get them in, and some of them are like long. So I was like, whoa, like we're in for some tea, besties. So I just want to say too, like, excited. I said this in one of my stories today, like the data doesn't lie. Like this seems to be a fan favorite section or segment. And this is like one of my favorite segments because I love being able to connect with the people who are actually listening and showing up each week to be here. So it feels great to be able to give back to them and be a part of their journeys or give advice or like laugh over a funny story. So Thanks for being here, guys. Let's go on a freaking ride.
Can I just say something really quick?
Oh God, no, because you're gonna say something nice. And I don't need it. Like this girl, every single time I see her, she just has the nicest things to say to me. And I'm working on receiving compliments, but I'm still really bad at it.
Literally called. I was just gonna be like, you look so good tonight.
You look so good tonight. I feel like
now I'm crying because you called me out. No, for real.
Because you always just give me that, like, can I just say something? And it's like, what?
You just can read me so well now. Oh, geez. Oh my God.
Yes, Dallas. What would you like to say?
I just wanted to say you look so good.
Oh,
like
that's what you were
that's
saying.
really what I meant to say.
I literally just straightened my hair in 2 seconds, like dabbed on
But
makeup,
your
and I
makeup
was
looks
like,
so good. Your teeth are so white.
thank you.
I feel like you gotta give me. Is it Crest white strips?
I mean, I do white strips, but not as much as I used to. But I'm on this like new natural Himalayan toothpaste that I really feel like has been working wonders.
Okay, you're gonna have to send me that.
Yeah,
link
I'll link it. I'll link it in the show notes in case anyone's interested.
To do it.
I think it's just because of the tan, though. You know,
the tan.
But I was
make
just saying to somebody,
pop.
I really want to get my teeth professionally whitened. Like, I want my whiteness of my teeth to offend you. I want you to be like, those gotta be veneers. And I'm like, nah, baby, all natural. Just fucking bleach the shit out of them. Like, so that's kind of next on my like personal maintenance list.
There's a spot in Hollywood, I think, called the Gleamery.
Oh,
See if we can get a sponsorship from the Gleamery.
the Gleamery?
We want to have whiter teeth, please.
Whiter teeth, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, I literally want them to offend people.
So when people meet you in person and when you say, "What up, besties?"
What up,
they're going to be
besties?
like blinded by your stardom and your white teeth. They're
Did
going
I
to be
tell
like,
you the story? One of my friends recently, I said that around him. Did I tell you about that?
Yes, you
Shout out
did.
to D. I'm gonna honestly just say your
D.
name, D. Like, you are the light of my life, and I fucking love you. But D and I were at the beach 2 weeks ago now, and we were talking about the podcast because he's such a big fan, and it's just the sweetest, cutest thing ever.
I love D.
But he was like, I know the whole intro, and I was like, that's crazy. I don't even know the whole intro.
Neither do I, and I'm editing every episode.
And he started like reciting it to me, but all of a sudden I was just like, what up, besties? His soul left his body. He was like, he was like, oh my God, like, I feel like I'm listening in real time. He like absolutely geeked out, and it honestly made my day. I was like, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
See, I always think of like the audio backtrack too.
I know.
Come on.
I don't even know if we ever talked about this, but that was actually the worst part. I think that was almost my breaking moment of starting the podcast, because I'm such a music person that I feel like I had all these big expectations and visions of like what it could be like and what it could sound like. And I spent nights, just hours and hours of going through music. Like, would go back to my editor that was helping me at the time, and I was like, I need more like sources for music. I hate everything. And she was like, this girl was so annoyed with me because she was like, pick one. But they all sounded so podcasty, like the dee 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 dee. Like, I'm gonna educate you on something. And I was like, fuck ass no. So that one, is it my absolute end all be all what I imagined? I don't know, but you know, it's grown on me. I think it's pretty good.
Honestly, it's grown on me too.
Maybe a Dallas Green original in the future. Who knows?
Who knows? You know, actually, there was that just reminded me. I did write a podcast song. It was supposed to be about the history of Rochester, and it was actually like, I think I still have the voice note in my phone. I'll have to show you that when we wrap up tonight.
I would love to see it.
It was crazy. So maybe I could do something like, what up, bestie, in like some sort of like song way.
Yeah, I want it
exactly
to be like
that.
I mean, my ideal world is it's like ass shaking music.
Of course,
you know, I want people to be like, oh, the good. I want like Bad Bunny. I don't know Bad Bunny if you hear this.
We'll get the Gleamery. We'll get Bad Bunny.
I would just love some Bad Bunny like ass shaking music. That when it comes on, the girls are just like. Oh. On that note, should we get into the hotline?
Yes,
I'm so excited. Welcome to a strategy meeting between me and Dallas. Okay, let's jump right into it. Okay, so this person first wrote, I was inspired by your episode with the relationship coach. That was such a good episode. Ashley, you're so freaking awesome.
I loved editing that because
it was.
I was like, oh, I'm going to go back to this and listen to this again.
Yeah.
Write some dang notes
Seriously,
down.
if you guys haven't seen that, such a good one.
So good.
Okay, inspired by your episode with the relationship coach. What do you do when you know one of your girlfriends is standing in her own way of meeting her future husband? She wants to get married and she goes on a ton of dates, but usually doesn't make it past a handful of dates with the same guy. She falls too fast and then hates to start over. Oof.
Okay, whoa. Wait, so the question, what was the question?
So the question is just like, what do you do? Like, how do you support one of your girlfriends who you know is kind of being in her own way, probably when it comes to dating?
This is a tough one because I feel like, be single. I just feel like
just tell her
this is just always going to come back. I'm not going to be very helpful with this one probably. Except, okay, if I'm being serious,
okay.
If you are, I'm curious to know too, if this friend is partnered up, booed up, married, whatever. And like, because if you see your friend and it's one thing for your friend to like, be like, I would love to get married, but I'm not meeting the right person. And it's another thing for someone to be like, it's not him, whatever, being kind of cavalier about it. I think this girl, if she's going on a lot of dates, she's putting in the effort, she's putting in the time. It's already hard enough to date somebody or multiple people because it's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's like a freaking full-time job. And a lot of people fucking suck out there. Right. So anyway, I think you got to just be supportive of your bestie and be there for like as a sounding board for her. Ask her some, deeper questions about the dates that she's been on as a support, and just be like, what did you think about this guy? Does he have the same values as you? Like, focus on the things that, what could he contribute to your life? How do you feel about him? Not how do you think he feels about you? Like, I'd say try to like gently redirect her if that's what's happening, but like also support her if she's like, I'm on to the next one, because that's exactly what dating is. If she's gonna freaking marry someone, he better be the right guy.
Absolutely. And like, I know we think of it from the mentality of like, oh, I'm starting over, but it's more like, no, one door closed so that a better door can open, when I think like continuing to remind her of that, of like, hey, we can only control what we can control, right? And that's our thoughts, that's our actions, that's our words. So I think I would really encourage her. Like, one, I guess I'd be honest with her. And I don't think you have to necessarily be like, hey, just so you know, you're like kind of in your own fucking way of meeting your husband. But I think it could be like, hey, babe, like, something that I've learned is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same results, is what insanity definition is, right? And so I would just be like, why don't we take a girls' night and why don't we do some like self-exploration to maybe figure out what's going on here? Like, again, she's going on a ton of dates. That makes me think that she's on the dating apps. Like, is her profile set up intentionally to attract a husband? Or is she still trying to be like the fun and quirky girl that seems chill? And then, you know what I mean? Like, let's start there. Let's look at her dating profile. Let's look at the men that she's swiping on. Why? Like, literally have her do the Apple screen share on the TV and be like, let's see who you're swiping on and why.
That sounds like a fun night, actually.
Because again, I also think like a problem with so many people, and I don't want to say that this is this person's situation, but like, we're recruiting like we're looking for a movie star. Right? Or like, he's got to be tall, dark, and handsome, and he's got to have these things. And it's like, I'm not going to give a fuck if my man is 6 feet when, my dog dies. Exactly. Like, I'm going to care about the guy who showed up and brought me flowers and held me and let me cry. Right? So it's like, we have a few things we need to, I think, just from the start, like, dissect here. Yes. And I would say, again, if this person is on dating profiles, like, let's start there. But I think as a friend, that's the best way to pose it, is more like, hey, I support you, but I really want to help you, but I got to like understand how you're dating. To be able to support you. So I would kind of like start with that. And then you said like she falls too fast. Why? Again, what's happening, right? I loved what you said about like, is she stopping to question whether she likes him? She thinks he's funny. She sees what his values are, or is she just immediately like in the he needs to choose me? Because if that's the case, you got to call her out on that too. Like, honey, this is you interviewing people. This is you choosing somebody. This is you collecting information and data and then figuring out what you do with it.
So true.
So I think as a friend, I'd really just support her. I'd be like, let's do some girl time. Like, let's get to the bottom of you and what you want. And like, do you have a clear vision? Like, does this... Ooh, I can't even believe it took me this long to say it. And Ashley talked about this on the episode. Like, does your friend have a clear vision for her life? Because if she doesn't, if she stands for nothing, she'll fall for everything.
Preach.
She's got to know where she's going so that she can be more discerning if somebody fits that or not.
And I think if she was doing that and really taking that kind of a look into herself, then she wouldn't be falling as fast for
exactly
people,
And same thing, is she going on multiple dates a week with this guy? That's a huge red flag, not on him but on the attachment. Like, when it's early intensity and it's too much, we typically get attached to people, right, way quicker than if we were like, nope, I only do 1 date a week, bro.
Yeah. And also something that you and I even talked about recently, I saw this thing online. You were like, oh yeah, I've seen that like a long time ago because you're so into these things. But something I saw that I was like, whoa, like you should be dating multiple people at the same time, because then that way it like psychologically puts you in this position of you are just like taking notes, you're collecting the data of these people. It's like they are in direct competition with each other in a healthy way, where it's not that you're glomming onto one person because you're only seeing that one person, and then you put your whole like world into that one person. So it really she should be going on multiple dates with multiple people at the same, or at the same time, but not on the same date, obviously.
And I totally agree with that. And I'm going to say exactly what I said to you the other night.
Say it again.
I am not one of those people. And I really wish I was, but forever and ever. Like if two men started talking to me at once, I immediately was like, well, I have to pick one. And I think, yes, there can be a scarcity mindset with that. And that's like what you're talking about, because it's true. Like when we spend all of our time and energy into one person, again, we just start to see them in this like, oh, they're on a pedestal, they're amazing. Whereas if we were having different experiences, we'd be able to compare. But if you're not somebody who can connect with multiple people at once, I think it's, again, putting those like boundaries in place of the values, of the vision, of the slowing down the attachment. Like don't text them all day, every day. Don't see them multiple times a week, right? Like keep yourself busy, And I'm not saying like, oh, you have to wait to like respond to text messages. Like, no, you have your phone in your hand and you like the person, say it. But it's more like there are a lot of things that you can do, and I'm kind of blanking right now, so maybe I'll have to follow up. But there's a lot of things that you can do to just slow attachment in general. Yeah. So even if you want to be a one trick pony, like even if you just want to go explore one connection and see what it's all about, like start with yourself. You have to know a lot about yourself to help slow attachment, to help be discerning, and to help choose them just as much as they're choosing you.
Yeah.
So as their friend, I think you really should just start to support her in that way and be like, look, it seems like something's not clicking here and I want to help you get to the bottom of it.
Yes.
Versus like, bitch, you're in your own fucking way.
And also remind her to prioritize herself.
Correct.
over all of this stuff.
And I also think something people don't really talk about, but like it's really healthy to take pauses on dating app too. Like that's just very we're not supposed to have that much access to so many people, and it's like there can be a lot of fatigue, right, in dating in general. So like maybe she takes 30 days off, right, and she prioritizes herself and she does kind of a mental reset. No apps, no dates. Take the time to focus on yourself and then go back with a fresh lens, right? Like I think that's something that people don't talk about enough, but I think that really should be a mainstream practice in dating, especially when it's on dating apps.
Absolutely.
So I think that might help, but I think just reminding her that like we don't want her to go insane. We want to make this a fun, healthy process for her. As your friend, let me support you. Like, remember, like, you and I have done nights like that. I'm like, hey, Valis.
My name is...
cut that out,
everything
editor.
I did for you.
We've lost the plot.
We only had one glass of wine, too.
It's so much sushi.
Sheesh.
And so much sesame chicken. But Dallas, like, you and I have had nights. We're so done. Not that funny. I mean, Dallas, like you would. So sorry. Okay.
Wait, I can say it. I think I can say it. This reminds me of a night that we had, Christina.
Okay, we need some deep breaths. What is happening? It's like when you're in school and then it's naughty. You know you can't laugh. You're not allowed so then you want to laugh more.
Okay, wait, no. I just want to say, Christina, we had a night like this one time where we got together. It was after I had gone through breakup.
Yes.
And I was like kind of hurting, and I was like, I really need some advice, and I need to like just heal myself and whatever. And you suggested that we should do a journaling night and journal about values.
Yeah.
But it was like, what are your values? And then we like went through, well, maybe you should say it, because like I was like along for the ride with you. You just were like, let's do this. And you blew my freaking world up, because I was like, wow, I actually have a really healed friend here. And this is where I think actually with this person's query that it could be very helpful to do this with your friend, because honestly, real talk, real her talk, Christina, you were that person for me. Yeah. Literally, like, I was just in a dark place, and it was hard for me to like pull myself out of like my own little pity party, and like,
yes,
also like just a frame of mind thinking of the other person. And it's like, man, I just needed to focus on myself. What are the things that I value? What are the things I'm looking for? What does my potential future partner need to have in line with those things?
Yeah. And that's what that was the last thing I was going to say is like, if you could do 2 good exercises, one, have this person identify their top 10 core values. Cause I think that's something that we did just so that they know themselves. And I talked about it in the last episode of like, we think we know what our core values are, right? Like we think we're like, yeah, I value family, I value honesty, but like I don't know, something about writing it down and having to almost like really prioritize it and see it in black and white and be like, well, actually this is more important to me, or I didn't actually put the, I don't know, there's something about writing it on paper that I think really does make it like kind of like Bible truth almost to you. And then we did a dream partner list, right? And again, like sure, maybe some of the things were physical, right? Like he has a nice warm smile, like comforting eyes, like whatever, but it was more like what we were talking about, right? He's empathetic, he's sincere, he's honest, he's kind, he's not angry, like whatever it was. And I think putting this stuff on paper helps now your friend to see this. So when she goes out on a date and she's feeling the excitement, she has to go home, take her makeup off, do her skincare routine, light a candle, let her nervous system relax, and then go through the checklist. Did he show me kindness tonight? Okay, great. Did he show me honesty tonight? Okay, great. Right? And it doesn't mean that like we do that once and it's not going to evolve over time. Like we're still collecting data, but it gives you something to look back on. And then if you're like, well, actually he was really rude to the waiter, not kind.
Huge red flag.
Right? So it's just like really as this person's friend, just step in. If they're going to have a problem with you being like, hey, I want to see you live your best life, then that's submit back because that's a whole nother conversation.
So true. Keep submitting stuff then and we'll just keep going.
I think we covered that pretty well.
I think we are basically professionals.
Basically. But I guess I should make the disclaimer. I'm not a professional. I'm not a psychiatric person. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a financial advisor.
Neither am I.
We're just here for entertainment purposes.
I'm none of those things either.
Nothing like a disclaimer 45 minutes into the episode. Okay, this one's kind of funny, and I mean, you can take it too, but this one says, okay, you've posted a few times about tarot cards. Yes. Thank you for asking. Give us the deets. How do you use it and why? Do you use tarot cards at all?
I don't personally use tarot cards, but I have had cards read for me.
Okay.
I actually just like made a little face too because I was like, wait, you've posted about tarot cards? How have I missed this? Because I'm literally all up on your socials.
Well, you missed it.
I saw earlier that you had tarot cards on top of like your journal or something, right? Are you pulling cards like every day?
Every morning. Yeah.
Every morning?
Yes.
You're witnessing something really magical right now. I thought I knew everything about Christine.
I've been doing this for like almost a year now.
How did I not know this?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I'll just like start by saying that I think on the like spiritual realm, I'm a pretty like lower to middle tier person. Like I'm not super, like I'm not an astrology girly. Like I don't even know, I barely know that I'm a Gemini, but I don't even know what that means, right? Like, but I love tarot cards. And what I love about tarot cards, is that going to piss you off in editing?
No, I was just going to say with the Gemini thing, I was going to be like, means you can't be trusted.
Oh,
no,
well,
it's not true.
We're fake as fuck.
Actually, I don't really know what Gemini, I know it's like a two-faced thing.
I don't think I resonate with that
You
part.
do not.
Anyways, okay. Tarot cards. So I feel like here's the thing that annoys me about like the spiritual realm is I feel like we look at like people who are like woo woo and it's like a bad thing, but it's like our bodies are made up of 99.99% atoms, right? And all of that is energy. So the physical manifestation of us, the physical manifestation of life, like is a speck of dust in terms of that to matter. Into energy. So there's something to be said, and there's a very scientific leaning spirituality when we talk about like manifestation, all these things. And then of course you have your woo-woo people with like feathers in their hair and they're like saging, and I mean I like to sage too, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying like of course there's a range of spectrum. So I like to think I'm pretty like in the middle of that. Now every single morning it is a non-negotiable for me that I spend time on my porch or in my bed, depending on my vibe. I do my little journal, my little guided journal, and then I turn to my tarot card. And I really like the deck that I have specifically because it's a very straightforward deck. Like, you read the words and you understand it. Again, it doesn't lean to religious, spiritual. It doesn't lean to like archangels, or it's very literal. And so I like that because I feel like I can get a nice, clear message. And so what I do is I sit, I take a few clearing breaths, and I talk to spirit or universe, or typically the two higher powers that I reference. And I'll just kind of be like, you know, universe, thank you for the day. I always start with a little gratitude. Thank you for this beautiful morning. Thank you for, you know, the sun on my face, whatever. And then I'll go and I'll be like, you know, like right now, a really big message on my heart is send me the people who I need to make my life expansive and remove anyone who doesn't. So every single morning, I just remind spirit, like, I'm ready. I would like to be shown the people that I need in my life. I'd like it to be crystal clear what purpose they serve. And anyone who's not in alignment with that, please remove them swiftly. So that's kind of been like a message that I've just been putting out there. But then what I do is I do a daily 1 card check-in, and I say, Spirit, what do I need to know today? What do I need to know as I walk into today? Or what is in alignment with my highest self? So I always just do a 1 question check-in, and it's usually just, what do I need to know today? Shuffle up the deck. Sometimes cards fly out. Take that as the sign. Sometimes it's a little bit less clear. I'll reshuffle, and I'm like, make it crystal clear, because sometimes it'll drop like 2 or 3. And then boom, what do you know? One of the ones I dropped gets pulled next second. I read it. I read what the little description is. I don't memorize the tarot cards. And then I just kind of sit on it and I reflect on it. And I think, okay, what is this message trying to tell me? Right? Again, it's like, what do I need to know going into today? Something actually recently that I started, and you can have your opinions on this, but sometimes I'll actually plug it into ChatGPT or Claude, and I'll just be like, hey, I pulled the 2 of Wands today. Can you give me like 3 or 4 journal questions to help go deeper on this message?
Cool.
Because sometimes it's just hard to think about what it's trying to tell you. And that's actually been a really great step for me, because I feel like it just helps me go a little bit deeper. And so that's exactly what I do. So sometimes I'll do a full 3 card, you know, pull. But for me, I really just like part of my morning routine. It's the quick hit, and it helps me be really intentional about the day and like think about certain themes or things. And why? I don't know, because I like it. I like starting my day with intention. I like feeling a higher power and feeling like I'm being guided. You could say God, whatever, and kind of connect God with the tarot. Like, it doesn't have to be like this anti-religious thing too. I want to put that out there. It can just kind of be that connector between you and the higher power. So yeah, I like feeling like someone's on my side.
Do you have a specific like tarot card deck that you got from somewhere?
I got it on Amazon. It's called like Everyday Tarot or something.
Cool,
I can also link that for you guys. But one of my friends recommended it.
Do you normally, because I've heard of this, is like, do you sleep with it under your pillow or like have it near you in terms of like absorbing your own energy? No. I've heard of that sometimes. You know what I mean? Like some psychics that I've seen in the past, which I've not gone to many. And obviously you've had Psychic D on here and she's awesome. But like I have heard of other psychics. Yeah. Like they will, if they're reading something for you, they'll like take a piece of something that you wear a lot, like a piece of jewelry or something. Yeah. So, and then I've heard the same thing with like tarot card decks.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone practices differently.
Probably uncomfortable to have it under your pillow every night anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So. No, I just like drawing it right in the morning and just seeing what I'm meant to receive that day.
I love that. I can't believe today, I didn't know this about you.
Yeah. Today I pulled the Hermit card. And I'd never pulled that card before. But what I loved about it is, so the Hermit is holding a lantern. Cute. So you can tell it's like a starry night. The Hermit is holding a lantern. And the whole like theme of that card is trusting the path ahead, even if you can only see the few next steps, right? Because a floodlight, you could see maybe illuminated path.
Yeah.
With a lantern, you can really only see 5 feet in front of you. And so it was kind of like, take this moment of do you trust yourself? Take this moment of like introspection. And do you trust yourself to just continue taking 1 step forward, even if you don't know the full path?
It's a great reminder.
And I thought that was amazing because obviously, right, like I'm on this journey, I'm starting something new. Building a podcast takes a long time.
Yeah.
Building a business takes a long time.
So true.
And it was just a nice reminder of like, you don't need to know every single thing that's going to happen and where this thing's going to go, but you just need to trust yourself to continue taking that step forward.
Isn't that so funny too? Because when we were coming back from sushi, you were like, I kind of just want to go to bed. And I was like, why don't we just take it one step at a time and set up? And then before you know it, we'll probably be doing it. And look at us.
And now we're here. And I'm like, I love this so much. I
We're
can't even
hermits.
believe I thought about, kind of. Honestly, don't leave the house much. Yeah. But yeah, so I for me, that was just like, what a nice way to start the day. Mm-hmm. What a nice little message to just be like, hey, just move forward. Like, just take a step today.
Yeah.
You know, keep trusting yourself.
That's beautiful.
So that's why Tara. What a great question. Thank you for noticing. And
I'm a horrible
let me know
friend.
if you use it. I'll try to link it. You're not a horrible friend.
I've missed the tarot.
That's okay. I'll take you through all my other little random routines that I do.
Perfect. Tell me everything.
Okay, next one is a story.
Yes. Okay, let's hear it.
I'm so ready.
Oh my God, I'm ready.
Okay. Inquiry says, I do hair and have a lot of clients who are married to each other that come to my salon. One couple specifically who both come to me, but always come in at separate times, maybe have forgotten I do their spouse's hair.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh no.
The one of them is always talking about flirting with his coworker. And the other talks about having a crush on an acquaintance.
Damn.
Oh my God, this is feeling like, do you like pina coladas? And then they end up like finding each other. You know, they have like a crush on somebody else and then it ends up being, you know the story of that song?
I don't know.
Okay,
okay, we're getting into that a little later.
We're digressing. So, okay, so it sounds like husband always talks about flirting with a coworker. The other spouse talks about having a crush on an acquaintance.
Damn.
They always both end the conversations with, but I'm joking. I'm married and would never pursue anything. This has been going on for so long with both of them, about a year now, that I am so tempted to tell each of them that also their spouse has a crush and just to move on with it, because how many more months or years can I hear about this? Dying. Love it. Sometimes it seems like an innocent crush, but other times it seems they want out of the marriage. Who am I to play God in this? You're a woman, that's who.
Exactly right. Do it anyway.
But also, maybe they will be happier apart. Maybe a crush in a marriage is okay to an extent. Or maybe it's the start of the end of the marriage. Should I ever say anything at all to them?
Wow.
What a loaded
That's
story.
What we're looking
Thank you for that.
That's what we're looking for.
Oh my God. That's so awkward, first off. Like,
that is crazy awkward. Like, although if you're doing hair, that is definitely,
I mean, I feel like that's
the place to get the tea
100%
on everything.
Everything.
But then it's also like, God, the heavy is the head that wears the crown of all the tea. I don't know how that goes. But damn, you know what I mean? Like, to have all of this knowledge and yet you can't really say anything about it.
Yeah, you're not necessarily like asking for it either. It's just kind of happening because they're strapped in a chair for however many long and they're trying to make like conversation.
Jeez. I feel like, well, going forward, maybe a couple of things.
Yeah.
Fire them as your clients.
An idea.
Number one. Or also have a rule where, like, when people sit down in your chair, you're like, if you're going to talk about some weird, awkward shit, like, save it. I just want to hear gossip and not about something that I'm going to feel in the middle of. Like, these are the rules of my salon.
Do you ever say that? Like, hey, babe, do you know that I cut your husband's hair?
Right? Like,
hey, husband, do you remember that I cut your partner's hair?
Like, that's what's wild about this, too, because
I don't want to assume it's...
Unless they have that as a secret from each other as well. They don't know where they get their hair done. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't they know this about their spouse? That why would they be sharing this stuff with the same person? And it's almost like a cry for, give me a reason to get out of this.
Right. Honestly.
In a way.
And I hate the whole like, haha, but I'm married. I would never. And it's like, okay, maybe one time I'd be like, ha ha, but like, listen, Todd.
Yeah.
You've brought it up 17 times now.
Todd, let me ask you a question.
Todd, go fuck your coworker, okay? And whatever her name is. Go, what the fuck, dude? I'm just trying to cut hair and make a living. But you know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, but you said that like 10 times.
Yeah.
And you continue to bring up the same coworker.
As someone who is definitely not married and never has been, I feel like I have some wisdom on this.
Okay.
She says sarcastically. Well, I feel like in a marriage, especially like if you've been with the same person for so long, it gets to a point where like, I mean, inevitably you're going to feel things about other people. You know what I mean? You're always going to have some sort of connection with someone along the line, like, because we're all just humans and there's so many of us. And so I feel like on that side of the spectrum, then it makes sense that like they're kind of joking about it. They're like, oh, well, if I'm going to talk to anybody about this, the only person I can really think of is when I'm sitting in a chair getting my hair done. What else is there to talk about? And I don't think this person's going to say anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, especially if I put in there like, haha, I'm just joking. So I wonder if this is their way of living out their fantasy in a way. It's like they talk about it to just get it out because they know they can't do anything about it. You know, I don't know. That's my like,
I get it. I mean, obviously my gut tells me like, no, don't get involved in these people's drama, even though they're like low key involving you, which is again, unconsented and annoying.
Unless they're bad tippers, and then be like, fucking let that shit fly and be like, if you're not going to come back here,
if you get confirmation,
that's true,
that something was pursued, you could accidentally slip it.
Yeah. I wonder if like, maybe like to say hypothetically, the husband, he's in the chair. And then you know, like the name of the person that the wife is interested in, and you let it slip in a way that's like, God, I heard that this person so-and-so was hanging out with someone named your wife's name, but it couldn't have been your wife, right?
Could also be like a weird kink.
It's true.
Where they like to like let strangers think that they're like having an affair, and it somehow makes things more exciting at home. And you know, we just don't know.
People are into some weird shit.
So to be honest, I would just like honestly let it be. But this is where I guess you could set some kind of like boundaries. Like if someone starts talking about the situation, you're like, oh, I gotta go do more mix.
Or maybe just get a little too close to their ear with your scissors.
Yeah, or just what? Did I make a face? That was I don't know if the camera really like recorded that to the extent, but that was a double grin right there, my girl. Oh my God. Okay. Dallas is ready to stir the pot.
Don't give me a weapon.
I think it's just like, it's not your space to explode these people's lives. They'll ruin it on themselves if they want. I think it's more just like set your boundaries. Like if they start talking about it, it's like, I gotta go grab a water. Be back in 5. Or just kind of like change the subject.
It's definitely awkward.
Or like, Todd, you know what? I've heard about the coworker a lot. So either do something about it or genuinely stop talking about it. Maybe you just say that too.
You know, or this like is a Todd, business transaction. Like, have you looked at yourself in this mirror? Like no amount of haircuts from me could ever make you get another woman. You're just lucky you have your wife.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Grateful. Just let them do their thing. People are strange. Who knows the situation?
Who knows? But that was, I mean, that's an incredible.
It's a great story.
Piece to write in about.
People are stupid.
People are stupid.
Like, how are they forgetting that you're connected to both of them?
This is why I feel, or this is why, I
hiding
feel like
in plain sight.
They might be doing it on purpose. They might be doing some weird.
There might be some weird thing. Yeah. So just let it be. Again, set your boundary and like try to just avoid it. Yeah. Or correct the behavior if you really feel like you need to. But just cut your hair, shut up, do the thing, and just
and definitely keep submitting to the Bestie Hotline, because that's some good shit right there.
Or just keep making everything about you. Like, you know, those people where you'll be like, I got a haircut once, and they're like, me too, the haircut that I got in Milan, it was not, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So if he's like, I had a crush on my coworker, you'd be like, me too, I had a huge crush on this guy who's like, just literally turn everything onto you and just take it and run with it, and then don't let them speak or breathe again. Because I used to have hairdressers where I actually couldn't speak and they just spilled their tea onto me, and that was fine too. So maybe just become that annoying hairdresser. Just talk all about you and your shit.
I like that.
Right?
Make it into a game where like you find some weird connection to like the same subject that you keep bringing it back to. That'd be friggin' funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else we got?
Thank you for the piping hot tea.
So good.
Okay, next submitter said, I say that I'm dating, but I haven't gone on any dates. I want to start dating, but anytime a guy shows interest or tries to have a conversation, I get nauseous. I know that feeling. When I talk to guys in person, I usually feel fine. Should I just give up on the whole online thing, or follow my gut and listen to the nausea and take it as I'm not ready or they just aren't the right person? Or ignore the nausea and push through to just try and get myself out there and go from there?
I think this kind of brings it back to Ashley's episode again.
And the one that released this week about like being ready to date and healing alone versus healing with somebody.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, I think if you're feeling nauseated speaking to a man, which
Easy to do.
Easy to do. All day, every day. Yeah, it's just so like it's really tough. It's really tough to have an uplifting conversation or like a very like feel good conversation with a guy. I feel like these days, but you know,
Dallas isn't a man hating ever.
I really am. And actually, when you were reading that first part, I was like, wait, did I submit and I didn't even like? Did I black out and submit this because it sounds like me? I'm really trying to want to date. But I just keep throwing up in my mouth every time I see a man.
So funny.
I really can't do it. I feel like, okay, I will just say, I think it's really important, especially after watching Ashley's episode. You know, we talked about this recently too, but like her butterfly
anxiety analogy.
Yes, analogy, yes.
Yeah.
I thought that was just so helpful because I know for myself, I used to think if I don't have that fluttering feeling within me, then maybe that's a sign that like,
it's not right.
Yeah. And so basically, yeah, I really appreciated the fact that she was pointing out that that's your body's response to past trauma, or there's something in this person that is sparking that past trauma within you, and it's not necessarily a sign that you're like destined to be together or that they're good for you at all even.
Right.
So I think it is really important to pay attention to the physical reaction you have to people.
Yes.
And I think it is very difficult to be dating online because we were kind of referring to this earlier, that like there's so much selection. It can just be overwhelming. It can feel very much like you're shopping for a person.
Yeah.
And I think having that physical reaction or lack of physical reaction with someone is so crucial. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of anti dating apps because it just feels like shopping to me. And I
agree.
I'd rather just shop for clothes or something, you know?
100%. Well, I was going to say actually like this, I kind of would give you the same advice that was said earlier in this episode. Like, I think having a natural pause and giving yourself a minute to breathe after maybe you've tried, even though you haven't been on dates, but like even just swiping on the apps, or like maybe you've talked to a few guys and that's made you feel uncomfortable. Like, give yourself a beat, right? Like, what's the rush? And to me, I've experienced this many times. I actually literally just went through this right now in the sense of like, I got back on the apps for a couple weeks and talking to a man made me like nauseous again. And
Go figure.
But it was one of those things where I immediately, like, this person was like, oh, I want to hang out and I want to go on a date with you. And it was like, wow, that's such a nice thing. And that's like what,
and you know, disgusted.
What we should be doing. But immediately I had this pit in my stomach and I just had to trust that it was like a good check-in point for me where I was like, damn, I'm really still not ready. And this time, luckily, I'm not ready, not because I don't think I can have a connection. I realized it was more personal, and I realized more like I am prioritizing other things right now. So I'm just not ready to do it. And so I think like, do trust your gut, and maybe it's coming out as nausea, but like you may just not be ready, and that's okay. And it's probably not the right person either. And maybe the right person will make you feel okay in the moment.
God, I hope
because
so.
On the flip side, I had almost like a right person, right moment connection for a hot minute. And then it's like, oh, what I realized was right about it was the fact that it was almost like never going to happen kind of vibe. So it was like easy to connect with that person and talk to because we both weren't really ready yet. So it felt safe and fun again.
Yeah.
But then when it was like a real connection or someone who wanted a real connection, I was like, nope, can't have it. Not ready. Got right back off of those apps and are taking a nice little break again. But so I just think
being on the apps can be illuminating for where you're at in your life.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say is like, I think it's just like, why not just let yourself be out in the wild and go do things again that continue to fill your cup, go be in places that you want to be. And maybe you'll meet someone that way. And maybe you'll feel good about being on the app someday. But if you're having these feelings, don't force it. Like, dating should be fun. It should be, you know, make you feel good and empowered. And again, we're talking about like choosing people and kind of interviewing them. And like, it just sounds like you're not having a good time.
Yeah. And
I don't want to feel nauseous.
I can't help but be that person on the podcast that is the guest who usually says, but just be single. Like, I mean, who needs a man though? Like, seriously though, dating is hard and it is nauseating talking to a guy. So like,
okay,
go
she's
out.
not coming back for a third time.
I'm solidifying my life.
Remember when Ashley said this isn't about hating men, Dallas?
Damn it. But can it be just a little bit?
Oh my gosh, I'm just kidding. Of course it can.
I mean, I think it's important
they
to
make
like,
it hard to like them.
I think it is important to say though too, like it's great to be talking about dating. It's great to be like exploring that and putting yourself out there. Of course, I definitely support that, and I think it's wonderful. See, my body doesn't even want to say it. It's like my throat's closing up. It's wonderful to have a good partner. But like, also, I just do think it's important to say when we're having these conversations that having a partner isn't everything though too. Because I don't know, I'm in my 30s and I have not been booed up and like for a while, and like not for a very I haven't had like longer term relationships, and for a long time that like made me feel like shit, like I wasn't good enough. And a lot of people go through this, like, what's wrong with me, yada yada yada. And then now I finally got to a point in my life where I feel like actually I'm having a really good time, and literally I'm not dating anybody, I'm just having a wonderful time being alone, doing things for myself. Like I'm literally just doing anything and everything I want to do, and it doesn't involve, if it involves another person, it's like it's you, it's like other friends, and it's just enjoying life and being alive.
Exactly. And some of that nausea may be reflected back onto you, of just like your wounds still being open. You aren't ready to date. So it's like, I definitely don't think push through and just try to get yourself out there. I think there's other ways to do that without like going on physical dates.
Yeah.
Right. Again, maybe it is going to a bar and practicing like talking to a guy if he comes up to you or whatever. Like maybe that sounds so stupid to say that, but you know what I'm saying? Like maybe it is some of those organic moments and like seeing if a man approaches you, or like putting yourself out there in that way. But if it just feels too overwhelming, like you just might not be ready. And I think that's okay. And I think you can give yourself permission to say, you know what, maybe I'll check back in a month or two.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the nice thing with the dating app, in the sense of like, you can plug in and tap out whenever the fuck you want.
Exactly.
So prioritize yourself. Kind of like we said earlier, maybe take a 30-day cleanse from the apps and just live. And if you meet someone out in the wild, that's one thing, but then check in with yourself every 30 days or 60 days, whatever your timeline is. Again,
valuable information.
I'm going on 2 years and I'm still like, fuck. This is crazy. Why don't I want anybody?
I think I'm on 2 years too.
I mean, yeah, you were like right after me.
That's true. Yeah.
Like really right after me.
I was actually. Yeah, like you're right.
2 months,
like,
maybe?
Yeah, like about a month, and there was a little bit of a gray area, but pretty much a month. Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 years. And again, like,
Flies
I don't know
by.
what your context was. I don't know like what the breakup looked like, but it could have been a lot for you. So let yourself heal. Keep checking in with yourself, and know that like the right person, even if you're not ready, will make you feel ready, and or you'll know when you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, boo. Keep going. I think we have, let's see, 2 more questions. Okay. Next entry says, I feel like I've done everything I can to heal outside of dating. I love these themes. Wow. Now it's time to heal during the process, but I'm not sure how to interpret this nauseous feeling. We got 2 nauseous besties. We need some Dramamine in here.
Dude.
Dramamine sponsor this episode.
Peppermint tea?
Yeah, literally.
Maybe.
Yes. Okay. So this is great, because I love, in parallel, it sounds like girly number 1 just may not be ready. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like girly number 2 is probably ready, but just fearful and scared. I think you interpret it as your body being scared of the unknown and of the uncertainty, right? We talk about this a lot, but like your nervous system trying to keep you safe, your brain trying to keep you safe. Your brain now has gotten used to being alone, not being bothered, not being triggered. So your nervous system is calm when you're with people who make you feel safe. And now if you're going to be with somebody you may have romantic feelings for, your body's like, you know, I always love to, in these moments, I always love to think of like Inside Out and all the emotions in my head, like playing around, right? Like somebody's like, whoa, what the fuck is a bumble? Get out of here. We are not safe. Danger, danger. Like,
I like that voice.
Thank you. I don't know what that is. my anxiety apparently. My anxiety is a surfer boy apparently.
I loved it.
Well, but you know
what? Totally getting hit it out here, bro.
Pow, ka-chow. But seriously, like, I really think about, like, someone in my brain is like, oh my God, what is that? We don't know what this is.
Press the
Random
right button.
men? We only knew this one man for so long. You made us study this stupid motherfucker for years. Like, who are these people?
Now we gotta get to know a new dick. I don't want to know it.
No. What if it's not good? I don't know. Right? Okay, we're being like silly.
I'll take it out.
But this you can keep it. I don't know. You can clean it up a little bit. But the seriousness of the truth is that is what's happening in your body. The nauseous feeling is like, oh my God, we have to like interrogate a new person. We have to judge a new person's behaviors. We have to like trust a new person and that they mean what they say, and that sucks. And like, you know, your body's just having the absolute panic attack. So I think the nauseous feeling in yours is your nervous system being regulated without even having someone yet to trigger it. And so I think for you, it's just like, this is grounding season. I think this is the season where you push through the nauseous feeling. Again, not in a super forceful way, but like, you know, you're ready to do this thing. So it's going to feel uncomfortable. It's going to feel uncertain and unfamiliar, but it doesn't mean that you're not capable. It just means your body's trying to protect you.
Oh, man. I'm like bracing myself for like, if I ever get back out there again, I'm like, shit, I guess I'm just going to be throwing up every day.
Well, it's kind of like when this person asked me on a date and I immediately felt nauseous. Same thing. And it was like, that was my check-in point of like, why am I feeling nauseous? I'm feeling nauseous because I don't have the physical capacity to show up the way that somebody would need me to. I think interpret the nauseous feeling of like, it's almost that border of fear and excitement. Mm-hmm. And if you're feeling fear and excitement, that's actually exactly where you want to be and where you should be, because that means you're on the brink of something great. And so if that nauseous feeling leans more somewhere in between those two emotions, you're in the right place. If it genuinely makes you like we were just saying to the other person, like genuinely sick to your stomach and you're like, actually, maybe I really am not ready for this for whatever reason, then that's another thing. But to me, it just sounds like it's just the cold feet of getting back out there.
It's hard. But yeah, Godspeed.
Godspeed.
Godspeed. You can do it.
You can do it. And you will do it. And again, like, even the right person is going to trigger you because we're humans and we just do things sometimes, right? We all have nervous systems that we have to figure out how to regulate. But
we do be doing stuff.
The right person is going to help you heal in real time. So trust that will happen.
I'm so glad you're here to say things that are actually valuable.
Shut up.
Why am I here?
Because I love you and you're my best friend and we have fun together.
I guess I have a contrasting element, I guess, that I'm contributing.
You need a little angel devil moments, right? You need a little good cop, bad cop. That's what makes it so fun. Trust me, I'd love to just be like, fuck them.
You're doing so good.
Sometimes am, but sometimes
gotta have a little balance, you know?
Gotta have a little balance. Last one, and we're on the subject of men again, and I love this for us.
Burn them all.
Okay, I just started talking to a new guy, and he's really intense in the sense of like way too much. He always sends hearts and a ton of emojis and just feels a lot for how little he knows me. I also feel like he's always talking about future plans and inserting himself into my future. Is this crazy? Am I an asshole? Am I just not into a normal, healthy man? Or is this weird?
That's crazy.
Well, I'd love to know how long you've been talking. That's really funny.
Well, that's it. I just say that's crazy because we were just talking about this the other day.
You're so right.
Right?
Oh my God.
The same thing was happening.
Oh my God.
It was like,
wait,
like, did we both black out and then write into this show?
Wait, that is so true. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to chat about that, but like,
yeah, I would happily chat about that.
Experiencing the same freaking thing.
Yeah. I like not randomly, I met a person on the dating apps and he was the same way. Like, it was just this immediate energy, but not a good intensity. It was like assumptive. And I appreciate confidence, but it was very much like, oh, you're doing this fun thing. Like, I can't wait to do that with you next time. And it was like, bitch.
Like, who the fuck are you?
I
don't even know your middle name.
You literally don't know that I do tarot cards in the morning. Like, shut the fuck up. You're not going to like me. Like, I feel
attacked.
I like when communication is effortless, and I like when connections, even if they feel intense off the bat, there's like something really like deep that you're like bonding on or connecting you. But I don't like when people's energy is like assumptive into your future. I don't like hearts and emojis. That just feels
Like, why are you sending me a heart? Like, that's, I guess, my point. Like, that was how I was feeling. I was like, you don't know me. Why are you sending a heart? And it didn't even feel love bomby. It was like almost just like,
you know what this is?
What is this? Because that is weird. Who is this? Please message me. I need to know. We need to talk about experience.
This is just a difference in communication styles. It's a difference in like taste. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like go with your gut. If this person is like sending text messages this way and it's not your style, then maybe that's not your person. I feel like if they're going to be communicating that way and it's really giving you the ick, like, I don't know. And maybe that's to like shut the door on them or something, which is definitely my style. But I would say there's like one of two things happening. Like this person, it is their texting style and you just don't vibe with it, and that's okay. And you can either just be like, okay, I'm not interested in this person because I don't want to text someone for the rest of my life who texts like this. Or, so true. You know what I mean? Or you could just be like, hey, just so you know, like I don't know. I don't like how you, no, don't do that. No, never mind.
If you have any
There's only one option. You just got to walk away.
Yeah, I think you just got to walk away. I don't think you're an asshole. I think if it just doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
If you've maybe had more conversation, like this person was literally sending me hearts.
Like minute one.
Like literally the first message was like, hey, it's blank heart. And it's like,
check yourself
at the door.
Then again, if it's a guy that you already know that you like and he's sending hearts.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me.
That's true too. Like if it's a guy you like, you're going to be like, that's cute.
Like, oh, you sending a heart? Okay.
But I just think, I don't know. I think you cut it off, or if you're interested enough to meet up with him and then maybe you can kind of like rail his style back a bit.
Or maybe ask him about it. Like, what's with all the hearts, bro?
Like the little swirly girly gumdrops.
Why are you sending me these like light pink hearts, bro?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think you're an asshole because I don't think I'm an asshole. So I have to preach to the choir here. I think, like, I love what you said. I think it's just a difference in communication style, a difference in energy. And I think energy is important. And I think that you match energy. And if your energies don't match, that's just a thing. Like, it's not, we don't have to overthink it.
I mean, texting is probably here to stay. And if they're texting weird, like...
It's like someone always said, like, if you don't like someone's chewing, right? Like, that's going to be the soundtrack of your life.
You got to just
how
get
they
them out
chew.
of there.
So same thing. If you're going to be texting me crazy,
kick them to the curb.
I'm all set.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's so funny because I feel like I've been sounding so much like a cold-hearted witch like
that's
this
okay.
episode. But it's kind of fun. And at the same time, I kind of do love emojis from dudes in text messages, which is just so funny. I just wanted to throw that in as a little surprise. I'm talking so much shit, but actually, I love a heart. I love a heart emoji. I want a smiley face because I do that. And I think for my style, and I guess this kind of like helps make my point. My style is definitely like using emojis and exclamation points. Like I like using punctuation and stuff because text messages can be conveyed confusing. Differently, or like they can be misinterpreted so easily. Like I actually had this whole conversation with an ex of mine, and also like, I had a conversation with an ex of mine who whenever I would say, hey, do you want to go do this like fuck. I'm gonna have so much work cut out for me. Shit.
We're gonna end it there.
No, it's important.
No, you have to say it. You got it.
One of my exes actually would text me sure a lot and say, like, I'd be like, oh, do you want to go see this movie? And they'd be like, sure. I was like, the fuck? Especially if there's a period at the end of that. I'm like, oh, are we fighting? Okay. But then I found out, like I noticed my mom will do that too. And I'm like, Mom, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why are you saying sure to me? I want a yes with an exclamation point and like a kiss face and like a heart and say, just reminder, I love you so much. Like, I want that in a text.
No, it's true. It can be so misinterpreted. Like even sometimes like I'll like text people and if I don't use an exclamation, they're like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, well, you usually like are very animated in your text messages, or you put exclamation points and not periods, and it's like, oh wow, like it can just be interpreted so many different ways. So again, I think trust your gut. If it's like a weird intensity,
then just keep it moving.
And I hate the future thing. I'll say like one last story to wrap it up. I remember like years ago, I was on a date, and the first date went well, and I think it was like our second or third date. And I remember I was talking about work, and I had to do all these like fun things around Boston for my job. And he kept being like, oh, I'll do that with you. Oh, I'll do that with you. Oh, I'll do that with you. And literally after the third time he said it, I was like, no, the fuck you won't, bro. Like, no, the fuck you won't. And immediately in that moment I knew, because I feel like if it was someone I liked, I would have been like, oh my God, he wants to ride the duck boats with me, which is like the cheesiest like torque thing in Boston. But I would have been pumped about it. So immediately I was like, no, I don't love this energy. I don't like this guy. And you was putting yourself into my future, and me not seeing it is an immediate sign of like, we're all set.
Kind of saves you some time there then, yeah.
Boom, mic drop on that moment.
Seriously.
Well, damn, this has been quite an episode. Have you seen like Lizzie McGuire, like that Lizzie McGuire Hillary Duff like sound bit that's like, hey, I hope you had a really good time, because I know I sure did. Well, in all seriousness, thank you guys for some great submissions tonight.
They were really...
Loved a little bit of hyping tea, loved giving you some advice, loved seeing where you're at in your journeys. I'm wishing everybody truly, like, we joke, we can hate on men, we can do all the things, but I really am wishing everybody everything that they want. And if that's not to have a man, then I wish you don't have a man. And if you do want a man, I hope you find the one that is gentle on your heart and your mind, and, just makes you feel good and lets you heal through love and takes away that nauseous feeling.
Yes.
I want that for you. Genuinely want that for you. And I hope they don't send you too many hearts unless you want
you want them. Also, buy some tarot cards.
Oh, buy some tarot cards.
It's another little tidbit from today.
Such a good one. Tarots and heartbreak and nausea. Oh my.
And write your list of values.
Yep. All the things. I think you guys could have taken a lot away from this episode.
So, I hope you took notes.
Dallas.
Christina.
Thanks for coming back, girlfriend.
Thanks for getting my name right.
It was Dallas. Values with Dallas. That'd be a really conflicting like channel name or something. So
Values with Valas.
That's perfect. Values with values. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for
really
having me.
Appreciate it. I love having these kind of chats with you. So it's fun to be able to have you in the living room, if you will.
So wonderful to be here, and for what I can only imagine is probably the last time, I feel like
you won't be getting a third contract. I'm so sorry.
Contract not renewing, but thank you so much for me.
Pilot season, not gonna make it.
Damn.
I'm kidding. I'll bring you back anytime. The people loved you last time, so I know they're gonna love you just as much as I love you this time around.
Well, I love you, and you're doing a wonderful job with this show, man.
Thank you.
It's my favorite.
You're doing a wonderful job with this show, man.
That is a lie.
No, the triage you be doing and you're about to be doing.
The editing.
Yes.
Okay, well, the editing, I think I've been doing a good job. No, in terms of this, I think I'm doing a horrible job.
Oh, whatever. You're doing great.
This is why I'm behind the scenes.
We'll keep her behind the scenes next time. Yeah, perfect. Great. Well, you know your place now. So kidding. I love you. Thank you, besties, for tuning in. As always, come hang out on Instagram. Shoot me a DM. I will answer you beyond that Bestie Hotline. I'm happy to talk anytime. Follow Dallas Green if you don't already follow her on Instagram.
We'll put it on the screen.
She's incredible.
Dallas Green Music. Don't worry about
it. We'll see you next week. Let me know more topics that you're interested in. We've had a really heavy theme of love and relationships for August. What's up next?
Yeah.
Where are we headed, besties? Where are we headed? Let me know. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I love you.
I love you.
Thanks for being here.
Oh.
Perfect. Good night, everybody.
And one more thing. No. If we could talk for 6 more hours about how nauseating men are.
Hey, besties. I want to close out this show by saying thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you loved this episode as much as I did. If you did, please do me a favor. Hit like, subscribe, and share the episode with a friend. That way we can keep growing this movement and reach even more Real Her besties. And for your daily dose of laughs, mindset, and behind-the-scenes chaos, come hang out with me on Instagram at Christina_Fusco. That's Christina with a K _Fusco. All right, my ladies, until next time, keep it real, keep it fun, and keep becoming her. XOXO, your biggest hype woman.